written. The New Testament is like looking at the JFK files. It's like looking at
that's why so many people love it, especially back in the day when we first got it.
You don't understand.
Have no historical shit.
That's literally what the New Testament. That's literally what I'm telling you. What the New Testament is. When you look at the Gospels, that's what it is written. It's not written like parables. It's written like this is what Paul did after Jesus came back. This is what they did. These guys. Do you understand that it is scientifically proven that people do not die?
Okay.
No, hang on. No. There's a scientifically proven that people do not die for a lie. Do you understand what that means?
Do not die for a lie?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
So think about this.
Okay.
These people that the apostles that you're talking about, the people that came after Jesus and told this story that you're saying that you don't even believe in. These guys.
I'm not saying
hang on. No, you're saying it could be parables and metaphors and shit. And I'm telling you this. The New Testament is telling you about the apostles, the people that saw Jesus risen from the dead.
You know, all 12 disciples.
Hang on.
Wait. All 12 disciples were killed brutally. You understand that, right?
And that's my point. Why were they killed? Because they said
I don't not believe in Jesus. I don't not believe in Jesus and his story. I don't not believe in that. I just believe some of the. I know the metaphors of Jesus walking on water, being the Son of God walking on water. I'm not saying that didn't happen. But I also understand the story of Moses splitting the Red Sea. But I know the metaphors for all these things as well. I've listened. Listen, all I'm saying is, Naeem, that I've already been with. I grew up Christian and never left Christianity. But I also went into spirituality, and I've got spiritual teachers that broken down to me the metaphors of each one of these stories.
In the New Testament, so the New Testament is metaphors.
No, I know the metaphors of splitting the sea.
The New Testament. I
know the metaphors of Jesus walking on water.
So
I know the metaphor. No, what I'm saying is that I know the metaphors. They're niggas that break down the metaphors.
No.
I've listened to the lectures of niggas breaking down the metaphors. I'm not saying I don't believe in the regular, but I've already listened to the metaphors.
Okay.
So the metaphors make sense. No. I was okay, that makes sense. I'm not saying I don't believe in the regular story, but nigga, I've heard the metaphors. I'm not like I said, that's why I say to be truly spiritual, I don't believe in anything.
I'm trying to get you to
I'm just here and I'm taking in information.
I'm trying to tell you there's a difference between storytelling, then there's like storytelling writing. There's a difference between that and historical writing. There's a difference between storytelling writing and historical writing. So historical writing is what? Is what? It's stating what happened. Metaphor writing is not metaphor, but like storytelling writing is like what you would say the Old Testament is with the metaphors. What I'm trying to tell you is that the New Testament is historical evidence that Jesus did what he did. And these people, apostles, why would they die saying that, like, no, dude, I believe that he's my God?
Because he was. But people.
So he did.
Listen. There were over. This is the other point.
So they lied about some stuff?
Listen. There were over 1 million people that walked with Martin Luther King on the thing. There's multiple historical, and like I said, even with Wano and the people that follow King Odin, they broke that down beautifully in that story of how somebody can be impacted by seeing the greatness in a man and say, you know what, I'm abandoning my wife, my children, everything I know to follow you because you just showed me a power that is beyond anything I've ever seen. And that is what I know, God is with you. So I'm going to follow you because I want that anointing that you have on your life. Because you are a prophet, you are a Messiah, you are Buddha, you are Jesus, you are that.
I'm just trying to.
No, but what I'm saying is that would lead people to following somebody to death.
No, but hang on. I'm just trying to get you to realize historical documents because you keep saying I don't know anything historically that happened. I'm trying to
I didn't say that. I believe Jesus actually.
No,
to like I said, the Christians like you. They try to make you believe in
I'm
Jesus'
not trying to make you believe anything.
No, I'm saying that's what the Christians. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying you. I'm saying what Christians. Cause I'm Christian. Like it's they. But
you said you're. That's the reason I'm even having this conversation.
I am an Amius, but I'm a Christian. At the same time, I believe in Jesus Christ. Yeah, I believe he died for our sins.
But what I'm saying is this.
But I'm open to the idea. I'm not going to stand on it because I was not there. I did not see it. So I'm not ignorant either. I'm not the type of person that just follows shit because somebody told me.
No.
I'm the type of person that I need to see it. But what I know and what I felt in my spirit, I know the Holy Ghost. I know God because I see God daily in what He does for me in my life.
I agree with you.
God has done amazing things for me.
All I'm trying to tell you.
But what I'm saying is that I've also God has taken me to places where I know people like Billy Carson that have broken down the original Bible, and
he got
I'm not saying he's perfect.
No, he got dealt with. He got dealt with in the debate.
Yeah, he be fucking up. He be having fuckery. But I also, but after he showed me that Ethiopian Bible text, I looked it up myself and I was like, wow, that's awesome. I read the book of Enoch. I've seen multiple things.
You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying, so you know, like, do you believe in the JFK that got assassinated by the CIA?
Do I believe in him?
No, do you believe that he got assassinated?
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen his head.
Okay, but hang on. Do you believe he got assassinated by CIA?
I don't know. I just know I seen that nigga head get blown up, so I know he was assassinated.
Okay, well, all right. Do you believe Genghis Khan existed?
I don't even know who that is.
That's
the motherfucker that was killing people, right?
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying, how do you know that he existed? Through historical writing.
I mean, I don't.
Okay.
That's my whole point, because what you're speaking on is you regurgitating some shit you heard somebody else say or some shit that you read somewhere. So that's why the true spiritualists, we don't fucking believe in anything.
So how do we know that slavery existed? How do we know?
One, generational curses that are still in us, the fact that we're still enslaved and we're still in slavery.
But I'm saying, how do if it wasn't for the books, how do
I don't believe in slavery the way they try to feed it to us. There were white people that were enslaved. We had slaves as black people.
What I'm saying is, how do you know that? How do you know that?
I mean, history, like they were books and shit, right?
History.
Right.
So you have to trust.
His story. So I don't even get too lost in none of that shit. I just live right now. That's what I'm saying. All that shit is just debate topics. At the end of the day, that's why I say the best way to actually be Christian and actually live Christ-like is to pick up your ankh or your cross and fucking serve God in the way He's telling you to serve God.
How about this?
And that's to serve your neighbor. That's doing podcast shit. That's doing shit that actually fills my soul.
Hang on, bro.
And not hurting anybody.
Hang on, bro. Because you're saying, okay. All right, this is going like so off the wall because it's going everywhere because you're not getting my point.
You're not getting my point.
No, what I'm saying, there's a difference between the writings, the literature itself, and what the New Testament is what it's trying to do. All it's trying to do is prove with evidence at that time. They're proving through evidence at that time, trying to spread to the world what happened in Jerusalem. So how are they going to tell the world what happened to Jerusalem? Through text. And the way they text it down was through these biographies. That's what the New Testament is. The New Testament is not.
No, I'm with you on the New Testament. That's the only reason why I still
but that's historical.
You gotta understand, my girlfriend for like the last 2 years is a PK pastor child. She gets up in the morning every morning and reads the Bible. Like I've sat with her and done this. I've been to Bible studies. So she is the one that's brought me back to Christianity. So I know God very well. God is amazing. God is definitely, because I went through all the spiritual shit and all that shit it takes you to hell. Because like I said, my spiritual teacher tells us that anytime hell is a being in confusion, and when you die in your body, like we just talked about earlier, how you can be in your mind and say,
I'll just say I'm Quintus Madison. I'm the greatest in my mind.
Hell
wait.
is the way from God.
Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Because this is deep spiritual shit, and it's not in the Bible. This is beyond that space. Because that's 6,000 years ago. There's more recent
2,000 years ago.
More recent shit that can explain this space of like hell. So like when you die, your body falls off. The spirit and consciousness in your head is what moves on and is trying to be with the Father. But if that consciousness is confused, it will loop and it will resurrect back on earth. And that's what hell is, because this earth, we see all the bullshit going on. You don't want to come back to this motherfucker after we die. So how do you don't want to come, you don't want to reincarnate back here. You want to be able to ascend to the Father. But if you're confused when you die, when you don't have your body, your spirit is going to fucking cycle back here.
And that's when I get to the point of multiple religions not being, because that's what the devil's trying to do, is trying to confuse you.
Yeah, you don't want to be confused. But that's why I don't be in nothing. That's why my soul can be free. That's why Luffy is the ultimate example of liberation. Because that's the true goal of a spirit, is to be free. You shouldn't be in anything. You should be free, but you should know what Christ is, and Christ is an example of how to be free but be righteous.
No, but
you have to be right, and Jesus had to fight.
See, and you keep saying that part
because he came here to free us. But we're liberated.
No, you keep saying the righteous part. That part right there is not there. I don't see it where Jesus is saying you have to be merit-based. You have to outweigh.
I didn't say merit-based.
No, I'm just saying you have to outweigh the good. You have to be righteous.
I didn't even say that.
What he's
I'm just saying you can't go around killing people and cheating on people and fucking all the bitches in the world and thinking that you're gonna reap any positive benefits in the end. Because that doesn't lead to nothing positive.
But again, though, the biggest part
righteousness is just doing right.
But the biggest part about, I think, he was trying to make is the faith in him. It's like, no, dude.
But like I said, that if you don't know what that means, that's why I say you'll still be lost, because you got to actually know what it means to be Christ-like.
But he literally says hell is just being away from God. That's all that is.
But that's being in lostness and confusion.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, but you have to go through. Like I said, I've already went through my school of fucking knowledge where I was in a similar space of you right now. And like I said, I'm not saying I'm on a different space, but what I'm saying is I was in that space where I was locked in my room listening to lectures and doing research. I was in that space for probably like 5-6 years.
Yeah, of course.
And then I came out of it like, okay, this is what I need to do, and that's just be free and be happy and be a good son. Be a good friend, be a wife, and be a good husband, and just do my fucking best. Be a good father, plant good seeds, tend to my garden, because God gave us dominion over your garden. But see, in kingdom worship, you understand that God gives you dominion as a king under the King of Kings. So you get dominion on this earth realm as a follower of Christ. You become a king and get dominion under the King of Kings. You serve the King of Kings, which is in a higher dimension or atmosphere than here, but that's what gives you dominion over anything here. But you have to know yourself, know thyself. That's why I say you got to kind of dive into some Kemetic shit. You got to dive into Buddha, whatever your spirit takes you.
But that's what Jesus told me not to do that.
But that's what Jesus did, though. That's what I'm saying. If you actually study, that's what Jesus did
I'm
reach where he's at.
Where did you get that Jesus did?
I'm not going to do the research for you. You got to go do that shit.
I'm trying to.
I can probably go find it and create a lecture for you. But like I said, God didn't necessarily. I'm a teacher, but God, and that's probably what God's bringing me back to. Like, I have to start doing research so I can regurgitate better, so I can help people digest. Because I hold myself as a spiritual teacher, but I more so teach from a space of like loofiness, of just like bro, just be free, be happy, let's laugh. But at the same time, let's be disciplined and know what's good and wrong, so we don't fall into the temptations of the flesh. But that's hard, because we're still kind of young. We're still on the spectrum of young men.
What I'm trying to tell you is this: we're always going to be sinners, no matter what we do.
Right, but it's
so that's what that is.
But I guess what makes you demonic is when you understand that, but you abuse that, because you can abuse that by just saying, "Oh, we're all we're just sinners. Oh, I'm just gonna beat my dick again, or I'm just gonna cheat one more time. I'm just gonna smoke one more blunt. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? And that has a space where it's just.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, Frozen, my boy. We actually talking about God now, bro. So we you know, Luffy is God Nika. So we was talking about life and Christianity. That's why this beautiful eyeball is here. So hopefully you like God. If you got any Christian or Muslim or spiritual questions you want for us, we can ask some questions.
Allah, Islam is.
Come back over here, bro, so we can fucking.
Islam is Habal, bro. Habal. Do you know who Habal? Bro, look. How about this? We can look shit up if you want to, bro. Look up Habal. Look up Habal, bro. Look up this, the Kaaba. What Islam fucking represents, bro. What they fucking
I already know that. I don't even want to talk about that shit because we giving too much power to that shit. And I don't give a fuck about.
I'm telling you, bro, this is Satan.
Like I said, that's a form of lostness. Like I don't even that's why I stopped doing the studying because it gets you into lostness. I know what God is and Jesus is to me, and that don't do that web browser. Do Chrome because that one suck.
Oh,
Chrome is about. Web browser's trash. No, and then okay, boom. That's why finding your purpose is so significant because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. My purpose, who I'm supposed to be in the kingdom of God, what God gave me dominion over, is creativity, art, and I guess to a certain extent, being a teacher. Does anybody play Roblox?
Okay, Habal, Arabian mythology. Exactly. This is Habal, right? Habal is the original. Fuck, what the fuck just happened? Okay, yeah, see, as you can see, Habal, Arabian mythology, Habal was the god worship of pre-Islamic. Listen to me. Okay, Habal was the worship in pre-Islamic Arabia, notably in the Kushah at the Kaaba of Mecca. The god's icon was a human figure believed in controls of yeah, this shit kind of slow. This shit not coming.
It's a damn Yahoo bullshit.
Oh, that's why? Because I thought
You gotta literally type in Google. I don't know why I did that shit.
You gotta literally type in Google. Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And then search from Google.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know why it's being so slow.
It's being slow as hell. But anyway, I'm about to prove to you Habal means he is Baal in Aramaic.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, that's not bringing me no closer to Jesus Christ. Because I don't give a fuck about Habal. But his name ain't Christ, so I don't care.
No, but that's the thing. The confusion. We have to figure out.
I don't even get, that's how I stay away from confusion because I don't even intertwine. Like, if I get called to it, but where I'm at currently on my journey, I don't give a fuck because that's not bringing me no closer to Jesus right Christ. Now. The Jesus is putting me on a mission to get, like, I'm building my kingdom, so I need abundance, richness, and right now my only goal is this. That's why I'm on the money mission, because God sent me here to inspire creativity, and right now the world is going to hell in a handbasket. I need to build my kingdom up so I can fight this war. If I gotta be samurai again, and I gotta goddamn go fight for my country and fight for fucking freedom, then that's what I'm gonna have to do. But that shit not helping me get no closer to God.
Yeah, but I need
some money on it right now.
I'm just like pointing out
because that's what's putting me in hell.
I'm just saying
me in my own hell because
I'm just saying we don't worship the same God, and there's only one true God.
How can we not worship the same God if there's only one God? See how that's the state of confusion?
No, because
that's confusion right there. That's hell.
Jesus said it's only through Him. That's why,
bro. But like I said, you haven't been able to tell. I just told you what that means.
Huh?
I just told you what that means to me. In Jesus Christ or Yahshua,
but I'm saying if you don't accept
an individual journey.
But if you don't accept Him as God,
the main example of how that's bullshit in totality is because there's people on this earth that are born in Australia, different places on earth that have never heard the name Jesus.
Dude, there are going to be people.
There's people in Africa
that never even heard the name of Jesus who will go into heaven, my friend. There are going to be people that have never even heard the name of Jesus that'll go to heaven, my friend.
Right. So that lets you know that the action, what he's actually referring to when he says that is not actually studying the Bible and Christianity. It's more so pointing towards an energetic space that you need, a frequency that you need to tune into in order for you to be a pure soul. And that's being Luffy-like. That's why I say One Piece is the greatest thing. You think Luffy's going to hell? Hell no, Luffy's going to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Luffy's definitely going to heaven, and he's bringing the Straw Hats with him.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate example of how to actually be Christ-like. That's what he's giving you.
Nah, I completely disagree.
How,
Luffy
bro?
beats ass. Luffy fights all the time,
but he doesn't use a weapon.
That doesn't mean anything. He punches the shit out of people.
Yeah, but he's fighting demons. He's fighting literal demons.
Jesus washed feet.
He's done that too. He's been in the bath with his people plenty of times.
No, dude. I just completely.
And even Sanji being a server.
I'm saying, dude. All I'm saying is this: One Piece is amazing. It's amazing, but the fact that God came down and spoke to people, that's way cooler. That's all I'm saying. That was literally my whole thing. It's like, no, dude, I think that's cool. I think that's cooler. I think it's way cooler that God came down and spoke Aramaic.
Bro, you can't even speak Aramaic.
Exactly.
Talking about some goddamn Aramaic.
Exactly. Nobody can. I mean, Syrians can speak Aramaic, but I can't.
Yeah, who the fuck is a Syrian, man? That's what I'm saying. All that shit is just fucking confusion, man. For confusion. A nigga, I'm talking about for a regular person just living on Earth trying to figure it out. All that shit is bullshit.
Yeah, you guys run away from the Bible. We run away from it
because it don't speak to most people, bro. There's plenty of people in this generation that probably never go to church and ain't never been to church.
But that
doesn't mean that they're going to. They're automatically down to hell.
And Christians
or a hellish life because they were never exposed to that.
People not want to go to the Bible. I feel it's Christians, man, because we're all sinners, man, and we fuck up, bro. We like how you say you have those egos. We have egos of like, you know, all you guys are going to hell if you guys don't believe in it. You know, that stuff can, you know, piss people off, but it's like, no, bro, that's the part of man that Jesus was talking about. Like, man is sinful, bro. We're gonna do things that hurt, but Jesus was not like that, man. And that's what I'll say, bro. I'll say if you're not, you know, if you hate the books of Christianity and you don't want to follow the books, I would just say look up Jesus and look up and read the Gospels. Just read the Gospels.
Or watch One Piece. You'll probably get to hell even faster if you just watch One Piece. You won't get confused and all that shit. Unless you were born in Christianity, it's like you can learn the same principles just through watching One Piece. I'm trying to show you now, but then Wi-Fi can't act right.
I just disagree with certain things like that.
Because you got the
because moral frameworks and ethics, moral frameworks and ethics.
That ain't working, man. Ain't all this.
Man, you should have took the one we had, nigga. The fuck you even take it back for? You need to get shit.
Times were hard. I needed some money.
You don't do anything. What the fuck? Time was hard for?
Money.
Damn, man,
to get a soda, you probably took that shit back and got some soda. Damn, why the fuck my Wi-Fi not working?
You probably got too many goddamn things open.
Fuck.
Nah, bro, but it's long, bro. Nah, I don't fuck with that shit.
I got the receipt. We can take it back. Get another game. Like $37 for it. Take it back and get another game. I got the receipt.
This moment right here. Don't read it though. I want you to just see it.
Okay, but dude, like the whole thing is this is cooler.
This is heaven, bro. This
is cooler than God coming down and speaking to people.
Bro, you didn't see that shit. I'm looking at this right now. That's my point. If God is that creative that he was able to give me that story, but then give me something I can look at that can give me that same feeling. This is that feeling. This is heaven. This is Yeshua to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but there's nothing that's not Yeshua. It sounds when you hear it, it kind of sounds like, damn, is that blasphemy? But if you're free, because I'm really spiritually free, and I know God knows my heart and what I'm saying, that's God. Thank you. I've cried several times. Nothing's touched me deeper than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know what that represents. That's a nigga that fought his hardest, bro, and beat the devil and liberated everybody. He did what he said he was gonna do at the sake of his own life. He was crucified and won. That's an example of Christ.
Okay, so
that's beautiful.
Jesus the OG though.
Yeah, but we can't see that though. Like, there's no actual God's that great. But I'm saying my God's that great that he actually gave me like something to watch. Yeah. And this is my favorite storytelling mechanism. Yeah. I have those stories in my heart. So I can alchemize it with this. Mean, it's subjective. So I feel that, but I can feel that joy and watch this feel. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
But all I'm saying is it's cooler to you. One Piece is cooler to you, but to me,
I'm not saying it's.
To me, I'm saying
that it is cooler, but like, of course, the depth of the story is like. Of course, it's the depth of the story, but it's just like
you can have
this is lit.
You can have that thought, but all I'm saying, to me, it's cooler that God came down and like said stuff to people. I think that's crazy. Like, it actually happened. Like, he has like the craziest book of all time.
Fuck, I didn't want to see that yet. I still gotta watch that episode. I want to catch that scene, but basically that's the scene. That shit was so beautiful, bro. Like, that shit,
I know what scene you're talking about.
Beautiful. Yeah, when he fucking when Thomas running around like, and her dad was literally crucified, dude. That was an example.
You're making it seem. Why are you making it seem like I didn't love this shit?
I'm trying to show you the polarities and why I say One Piece is like the Bible, because it's the same stories basically being. I'm damn near positive.
It's just Otis read the Bible. I'm positive Otis read the Bible and damn near probably multiple religious texts and knew exactly what he was doing when he created this story.
Hinduism and Christianity within One Piece.
That's source.
It's Buddhism, Christianity, and Hinduism in One Piece.
Yeah.
But you're making it seem like, that's what I'm saying. I don't even want to talk about, because like all I'm saying is, to me, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that God. I think it's amazing. I think it's something that's never been done before.
It hasn't, and it's happening for us. But I guess my whole point is that
that's all.
When you really lock in, like, and everybody's not gonna make it to that Christ consciousness where like I really like sit with God all the time, and I know you have it in you because we're friends. We're like best friends. So like, it's that space of like, bro, I really be talking to God. Like God really communicates with me very clearly. Like, we're like besties. That's what a real relationship with God looks like.
Yeah, but
it's like for me, I don't need nothing else to tell me about that relationship because I already have it. Like, being Christian is building that relationship with God. How you build that relationship with God is your own spiritual journey with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have that relationship because at the end of Judgment Day, it's going to be you and God. I'm not going to be there like, hey, Naeem told you. I'm not going to be there. It's going to be you and God talking. It's going to be that conversation with you and God. I'm not going to be there.
Of course.
And then you're not going to be there for me in the sense. But that's why I say we're all one, because it for me is more of a space of like, you know what I'm saying? It all just fucking claps together and it's like, oh, fuck, I'm here and everything is here. And it's like, oh, shit, hey, I'm naked. You know what I'm saying? I'm naked. There's nothing I can say or do or hide any wrong or good I've done. But you as the ultimate source, honestly, my little speck of nothing I am You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like that's that real God space. When you really been humbled, it's like, bro, you know, it's like, bro, you're fine.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point of like, that's my.
It's only gonna be a human that's trying to make you feel guilty. Like feeling guilt is a human designed to make you crucify yourself. You push yourself in hell based off of how you think and you judge yourself. God sees you as whole, complete, and perfect all the time. The true God sees you as whole, complete, and perfect all the time because he created you that way.
Yeah.
He doesn't see your flaws. He sees your good. You see your flaws and you condemn yourself to hell. And you get manipulated by the devil in that serpent whispering in your ear. That's what condemns you to a hell state. Because you start feeling guilty for the little shit you've been doing. But really you ain't shit. Like you little piece of shit. You ain't shit. Let it go. Let it go. All the shit you think that was so bad, you ain't shit. Let it go. You really don't even exist for real. This is all
a shadow.
Yeah, it's all just imagination. You don't exist, but because you don't, you're like the other thing is like the comparison of nothing and everything. It's like at the same time God is nothing, but because God is nothing, God is everything. It's like that kind of space.
God, all you have to say is God is eternal because he was here before nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a grandiose space, and I guess in a way we are that grand. And when you start to hold yourself that grand, that's when you truly unlock the kingdom.
But what I'm trying to say, it never not blows my mind.
For sure, it shouldn't.
And this blows my mind, but I'm saying
all the time. But that's how I know God is real because I've been watching.
Can I finish?
All right, go ahead.
All I'm saying is like, this is cool, dude. It's my favorite fucking thing. It is. You know what I mean? But I do think God is cooler, dude. That's all I'm saying. I think the Bible.
I'm not saying God isn't cooler.
I think the Bible is cooler.
But God doesn't need you to say that. God already knows he's the coolest. God doesn't need you to try to like give him anything. God don't need nothing from you.
Okay, what does that even have to do with it?
I guess my thing is I feel like you're saying that so God can do a good job. God doesn't God don't need your approval to know that he's amazing.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying in the slightest, bro. That's not what I'm saying in the slightest. I'm just saying opinionated things, subjective things. You're getting mad at me for saying that this is not cooler than God.
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying like for me, like this, like
I'm saying
One Piece is a part of how I know God, how I know without a shadow of a doubt God is real. Because I've been watching One Piece since I was 13. One Piece saved me from depression so many times, bro. Still saves me daily. And for me, this is God. You know what I'm saying? An extent. It's not God. I'm not finna sit down and like worship it because God is a jealous God. I give all praise to the Most High, but I know that there's no separation, and I know God put this in my life to save me.
All right,
this is the tool, and I'm an artist. I'm on my art right now. This is my dominion. I'm an artist.
I completely agree with that.
You feel me?
I completely agree with that statement. That
okay.
he put One Piece in my life. Because I'm telling you, it's my favorite thing.
Yeah, and that brought us closer as friends.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
We were already close friends.
Really anoints this friendship.
We were already really close friends.
And this just gives us.
But I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that the Bible is cooler than One Piece because God needs to. I want to be saved by God, and I don't want to be like, oh yeah, anybody can make a story better than the Bible. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying the fact because I was an agnostic person. You don't understand that part. I was agnostic. So now my mind is completely blown that I actually gone through the Gospels and had people tell me the Gospels.
What made you become agnostic out of curiosity?
I take telling you, it was my family. It was Christians.
Is it because your mom
No, bro, it's Christians. It's Christians. It's man. It's the Crusades. It's stupid shit like that. And people don't even understand the Crusades. Because you know why the Crusades even happened? The Crusades happened because the Ottoman Empire, the Muslims were taking countries by the sword. Do you understand that Christianity originally, the first century Christians, they came without the sword. The Crusades is the first time the Christians came with the sword. But they were countering Muslims who automatically started coming by the sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Crusades happened. The Crusades were like, dude, they're about to take over the French nations. If the Muslims are just spreading throughout Europe, and they were like, dude, they're about to take over France. Fuck this shit. We gotta stop this. They were letting the Muslims take over shit for like centuries. And then they say, you know what, fuck this, we gotta stop this. That's why the Crusades happened. They were brutal. Christians did some very brutal things in the Crusades, but they felt like they had to do it because the Muslims were taking things by storm. And when radical Muslims take things by storm, in that time especially, they're cutting off your head.
And even the fourth man in the fire, you read that story about, I forget who it was, but it was like one of the kings was like, bow down to me, and they was like, we don't bow down to anybody.
Yeah.
There was three of them, and they went in the fire, and the fourth man came out, and it was Jesus with them, and they put the fire in the hotter than it goes, and they walked out that shit like ain't nothing happened. Like, that's a story that I can say, of course, because of my spiritual and my logical side, I want to say, that I agree with some of my spiritual teachers that's like, okay, that's a metaphoric story. But I'm creative enough and I'm with God enough to believe in that type of power in us physically. I think that's an amazing thing to try to try to encapsulate and be like. I want to believe in Jesus or be as close to God enough to be able to withstand fires of that temperature. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the only thing that I can utilize in my life or an example is One Piece, some Luffy type shit. Like, I have to be as blindly convinced in my power as Luffy is versus Kaido. You know what I'm saying? There's no examples of like that's that grandiose that I can see of like a motherfucker like looking at the devil, a nigga as big as this house, Dragon Man with a giant fucking hammer and be like, bitch, fuck you. I'm liberating everybody. Like, that's the most lit shit ever.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that really gives that. I feel the Holy Ghost when I'm watching that.
What story is that, though? You know,
David versus Goliath.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oda did something. I think Oda did that shit on purpose. And beyond Oda, it was God. God gave me this story so I can be fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? I was lost in the world. You know, and God gave me this story so I can be saved. You know, God gave me this story so I can come back to him in an even greater way and have even more. Because this is a device I can use to give my children God. You know what I'm saying? I can give my kids this show and show them God. Oh, you made it to season 5? You made it to fucking Gear 5, son? Like, nigga, we can talk about God now. Like, we can actually talk about God in a way that's like, you know what I'm saying? Versus like, I can give them the Bible, but like, you know, but we can like talk about God now. Like, we can be happy. We can be joyous. We can invoke the emotion and frequency. Because I'm spiritual enough to understand frequency too. Because sometimes when you get into the Bible, you'll get so lost into the torturing and the darkness. No, for real. That's where I've been. Like, I know several people, that's what keeps people from it. Because one is too wordy. It's too flat, it's too boring, and it's too dark, and people don't want to resonate with. Dude, that's you being a special spirit, and that's beautiful.
No, dude, I thought that.
But that's what I'm saying most people miss it because of that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was one of them. That's what I'm trying to say. I was literally one of them. And then once I actually feel the stories, they're not boring.
That's because you've been watching One Piece.
No, that's not what it is. What it is that these stories are crazy.
It's a full circle, bro. It's One Piece, bro. One Piece is the only reason why you was able to digest that story like that, because Oda did something amazing with this. Oda did something amazing with this.
I'm not putting One Piece.
Oda Jesus 2025.
That had nothing to do with my conversion to Christianity.
Oda
had nothing to do.
Nigga.
Oda had nothing to do. But the whole time I'm reading the Bible, I'm like, dude, this is cool. It's like, I love this. I'm literally only looking at the Bible in One Piece.
Right, that's a beautiful combination because they coincide.
And I'm telling you, man, the Bible is real, dude. The Bible is real, bro. And you're saying that, I'm telling you, the Bible's real, man.
I know.
And you keep saying, but people keep bringing up, oh, King James corrupt. It's like, no, dude, all he did was take things out. But you can go look at those things.
I gotta go work out too, shit.
You can go look at those things and tell, oh, yeah, you gotta go. Look, I gotta go too, bro. I don't know why.
It might be too late. Damn, I might have missed this shit. Let me see. Peace, love, and light. Great conversation today, though, guys. Great conversation. Yeah. This is amazing.
Next time, I only want to talk about joy. I really only talk about One Piece. That's what I'm saying. We only talked about like.
But that One Piece invokes that type of emotion.
No, dude, I don't.
Motherfuckers need to understand what type of
we
story
haven't
One
even
Piece
talked about
is.
One Piece, bro.
We have though. We've been talking about One Piece. Cause think about One Piece is about one's peace. The only way to one's peace is through God and Jesus Christ. Huh?
You're talking out of your ass.
No, I'm not. I'm so for real.
Up as you go, though.
No, I'm not, bro.
That was your first time